Hello guys and Happy New Year. Welcome to my 2025 portfolio update. Looking at the top 10, start off with very little change. There's been some Reckitt Benckiser come up a little bit, so I had a bit of a sterling month, but apart from that, not much change to look at. Last month, Trading 2 and 2 changed how this chart works. So I kind of did an overlay last month to keep it the same, but I've had to move my cash out. This is why there's a big drop in it, because I had a large sum of cash in there that wasn't quite yet ready to invest, so I've moved it out. But it does give you better information, i.e. the rate of return, so that's always good to handle. So looking at it, beginning of the month we were sitting at about 0.6 rate of return, and then as it went on through the month it hit up about 3.6, which is really good. I deposited some money here, payday for me, ready for next month, so that's not gone in there yet, so I've got a little bit of cash in there. But my investment portfolio stands at 17,350, which is pretty good. Okay, let's have a look at the share price of everything. So if you're following along, you want to check one out, just pause the video and I'll talk through some what's been happening. So Amazon this month has had a pretty good month, but then most US stocks since Donald Trump's become president have had a good run of things. Big jumps on a lot of things. So like AT&T's jumped up as well. So a lot of recovery on the US side of things. But yeah, BP, so oil, as you know, has been having a hard time lately. This month's been really good, showing good signs of recovery. So I'm really happy with that. It's bolstered my portfolio quite a lot because that's one of my largest holdings. Even my Gladstone land that I've been trying to cost average down to, it did have quite a bit of a run this month. It's finished fairly flat, but at points there, it's showing signs that it could come back into a profit. But I'm not holding my breath. That's GSK. Yeah, had another good month on there. So all in all, January's been a really good month for my dividend portfolio. I've gone up. IBM, so you had a pretty flat month, and then right at the end there, it's jumped up. So that's pretty good. Again, adding to it. iShares Global Clean Energy is so flat. I thought it's had a bit worse month than that, but this is one I should let it die and just cut my losses and sell it. My new one, so I added this in this month. I am sold out of my Vanguard US government bonds that I had bought in the UK stock market and the European stock market for some reason. I don't know how I did it, but I sold them out because they're both in profit, which I've been waiting like 18 months to do or so. And then instead of, I was going to just buy in like the UK one, but I decided the rate of return and the dividends I'm getting weren't that great. Found this one, which seems a lot better, so I invested in it. And yeah, it's not been bad actually. First month, already up a fiver. Haven't had a dividend yet because I missed the ex-dividend date, so I won't see any dividends till next month. But we'll see how it goes throughout the year. It's a new one to the portfolio. What else has been good? Medtronics, sorry. It's had a really good month, and because of the exchange rate, I was actually in profit for a brief moment. I was in the green on it, but hopefully that trend will continue and keep going up. Nucor's had a bit of recovery as well this month, so that dropped. That was at $1.200. It dropped down quite a lot, but now it's having a bit of recovery. So I'm happy with that. But as you can see, lots of things have been going up, including Prospect Capital's had a little bit of a dipped down a little bit, but that was having a little bit of a run. Okay, another one I'm sort of begrudgingly, I don't know if I should put some more money in there or not, or whether I should just hold. I don't know. Reckitt Benckiser's had an absolutely amazing month. I said when it gets to 10%, but with the run it's on having at the moment, might just be greedy and hold on for a little bit more. But that could come back and bite me in the arse and drop like a rock. but we'll see. Rolls-Royce has had a pretty good month. Fished on £6 a share. Again, I've had amazing returns on this. I'm still waiting for the full year's 2024 results come through, and then I'll announce the dividends, and I'll make a decision on if I'm going to sell it or keep it. I mean, it's a great company, but I don't know, I brought it because I knew it would jump. Segro had a bit of recovery this month, which is good. Hopefully that'll be able to sell that this year. Shell, again, oil's had another good recovery this month, so I'm well back up in profit on there. Finished the month on what, £26.5. So yeah, really good for my portfolio. Stag's had another little drop. S&P 500. Tell Trump's come in, a nice little jump. I wish I'd have bought some in that little dip there, actually. But yeah, all in all, not a bad month. Okay, let's have a pop over and see what the dividends we got. So last January, I put in £250 invested into it, which gave me like an interest, from an interest point of view, £44. I really should delete these out actually, then it won't be so confusing. Which should give me a final balance of 13 and a half. Okay, so let's have a look what dividends we've got, see if they matched it. So AG&C paid out £1.77. Automatic data processing paid out 82p. I wish that was over £1 actually. Bank of Nova Scotia, that paid me out £1.91, which is pretty good. It's starting to recover quite a lot. It's had a sort of tough 18 months, so doing pretty well. Cardinal Health paid me out 95p. Chubb paid me out 63p. Franklin Resources paid me out £1.68. Gladstone Land, because I've been still pumping money into it, paid me out £1.75, so good. GSK paid me out £3.24, which I'm pretty happy with. Horizon Finance paid me out £1.56, so I'm starting to see some of these monthly ones pay me out some nice chunks now. My first iShares JP Morgan ETF paid me out 84p, which is reasonable, and JP Morgan and Chase itself paid me out £1.16. Like I say, nothing for my new one yet, but I should see something in next month. Kimberly Clark paid me out £1.26. LTC Properties paid me out £1.24. Mainstream Capital £1.86. I'm starting to sound like a football score on a Saturday now. Medtronics paid me out 91p, which is reasonable. National Grid paid me out the first dividend of the year at £2.31. So it's one I hold forever. It used to be one of my dad's favourites. I think that's why I own it. PepsiCo paid me out 98p. And then my PIMCO's government bonds, two here, they're ETFs. First one paid me out 90p and the other one paid me out 95p, so they trend quite closely together. Sorry. Realty income. Oh, sorry, Prospect Capital. Yeah, I've been pumping some money into this one because it's been quite low. And that's really reflecting in the dividends I'm getting each month. Paid me out £2.64. Realty income paid me out £2.71, which is minor improvement. It's been helped by exchange rate as well. Severn Trent paid me out the first dividend of the year of their biannually dividends of £1.75. Stag paid me out 48p. Cisco Systems paid me out 78p. And my 24 monthly select fund paid me out twice in January. It's a total in of £2.76, so pretty happy with that actually. And United Utilities, another water company in the UK, paid me out £1.89. Going into my Vanguard UK government gilt, that paid me out 44p. And VICI Properties paid me out £1.38. Finally, Walmart paid me out 48p, and Whitestone REIT paid me out 41 pence, which gave me a total for the month of 41.44, which is £3, £3 odd down on the interest I got on my ISA. So ISA beat me. ISA won this month. The cash ISA won this month. Have a quick look at the chart. Well, there's nothing really much to talk about there. The first one up there, look, £41, 44, so it's doing okay. But top dividends. So I've adjusted the table for the ones I've sold out and just clumped them together so I can keep track of them still and called them other. So this is like all the companies that I've sold over the last couple of years, their dividends just clumped together and chucked into there. Over time, obviously, that will come down as these go up. So we'll see how it goes. So looking at it, number one is still BP. Number two is AGNC. Number three now is very, very close between, and it does come out as Prospect Capital. It's been very close between Shell and Prospect Capital, but Prospect Capital is now number three. Shell is number four, and finally number five is HSBC. So there is some stiff competition coming up from a 24 monthly select fund. Royalty Income's just coming up there, and Horizon Technology Finance is coming up there. So my top five could change this year. Okay, onto the overall figures. So, sorry, I'm going to cough again. So the total money I invested now is 13,670, giving me an investment value of 17,350, which is 4k-ish above what I've made in the ISA. So even though my dividends haven't performed the same as interest, the capital gain is really coming through. My return on investment is running at, so that's potential. So this year they kind of get skew if because I do it on year, because I don't do a weighted return, whereas 3 and 2 and 2s now start showing on the graph. But overall, my rate of return has been nearly 27%, which is really high. Really pleased with that. Don't get that in the bank. I was just say dividends because it's first month. Dividends £41, as we know. But my dividend yield on cost is gone up slightly to 7.7%. That's still quite high. And my yield on value is 6%. And I kind of want to I really want the yield on cost to be about 6%. It's a little bit high at the moment because we've got some risky stocks, i.e. Prospect Capital. But we'll see how it goes. My capital growth this year is already £887. So it's gone up quite a lot this month. So looking really healthy start of the year. On to my front sheet. So this is the dividends I've got month on month and the exponential line of growth. And ideally I want to be above that each month to show good signs. So this month's down slightly on what I expected it to be. But it's the first month of the year. But overall, shown, you can really start seeing it. And what I've just noticed from last year, I've got 3 distinct peaks at the end. So month 3 of each quarter, where it does jump up, which says to me that I've got, if I want it as a monthly dividend income to live on, I need to flatten that out a little bit by investing slightly more in the month 1 and month 2 of each quarter to flatten that curve out. So that's something I might be looking at this year. This chart shows the dividends year on year as they grow, the snowball effect. So looking pretty good. And this line here on this chart just maps out my rate of return. So as you can see, in my first year I had a really high rate of return. 2022, I wish I had more money to put in actually, but that was there. And then as you can see, it's slowly going up. So pretty overall excellent. Finally, then can I make 500k? 50k in 5 years. Unlikely. So this I'm looking at the end of this year already about 17k, but obviously I've still got to go, so probably should be looking at around 20k. So I didn't even make half, which will be disappointing, but there we go. I've also got new targets in. So I'm predicting dividends of £871 this year, which is massive. That's going to be a stretch target. I predicted capital growth using last year's rate of return that I had. I'm already beating it, but it's month 1. Things can change. And my fund value is obviously down by the amount that we're putting. So overall, this target looks fairly hard to hit. This target should be, if things stay okay, fairly easy, and then that is a medium target. But to get to 50k, I'm still looking at 11 years. 11 years to get there. Well, probably 10 years by the time I've put some money in. So overall, that's where we're at. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it does help my channel out quite a lot. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.